have the honor to celebrate the first Employee of the Month for 2020. This award is in recognition of Mayor Sophie Masloff, who dedicated her life to public service. We look for people who serve the people of the city of Pittsburgh that are recognized by not only those that serve above them in the capacity of rank, but also by those that they stand shoulder to shoulder with. In other words, the type of people that when you come to work, you're glad to work with that person. You know that you can trust that person. You know that that's somebody who will be a mentor to young and respect older residents as well as workers, and somebody who has done what the namesake of this award has done, dedicated their lives to making Pittsburgh a better place. Today, we will be recognizing Lieutenant Gregory Vogel. And before I present the award, I would like two of his superiors, the Chief of the Bureau of Fire and the Director of Public Safety, to have a moment to say a few words as well. Chief?
Thank you, sir. I've known Greg for before the 13 years that I've come on board with the City of Pittsburgh Bureau of Fire. A lot of people may not recognize this or realize this, but a good portion of our responsibility here in the City of Pittsburgh involves supporting the EMS service as first responders on medical calls. And to that end, every one of our employees on the Pittsburgh Bureau of Fire is trained to at least an EMT basic level. And the #1 person who trains everyone to that level is Greg Vogel. He's been doing it for numerous years, and because of his efforts, the Pittsburgh Bureau of Fire is now recognized and certified by the Pennsylvania Department of Health as an emergency medical provider. So, Lieutenant, I just want to say congratulations. Well deserved, and thank you very much.
Thank you. Director, my turn.
I was looking at some of the facts, and I believe you are the first Pittsburgh Bureau of firefighter that received the Employee of the Month award. So as the chief told me, it's very hard to have any of the firefighters receive awards because they just don't want to receive the recognition. But being back here in Pittsburgh for 4 years now, I've had the opportunity to go on many calls, many of which were medical calls. And prior to the EMS arriving, you have the first responders. And sometimes I show up first, and I'm very happy to see those first responders, EMTs, show up. And looking at the figures, I think that you have instructed 15 classes, which somewhere between 30 and 40 firefighters. So that's approximately 500 firefighters, which is most of the firefighters in the city of Pittsburgh that you have trained to become EMTs. And I will miss you this year at Seven Springs, unless you plan on going. But I always enjoyed seeing you there and your wife. That hopefully will continue. Hopefully you will maintain your EMT certification and instructors because you are a very good instructor, and talking to the firefighters on the street, you are well respected. And for your military service and your service to Pittsburgh, thank you very much, Lieutenant, and congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
Lieutenant, if you want to stand right here. Present the Mayor Sophie Masloff Employee of the Month Award to Gregory Vogel in recognition of your dedication and service to the citizens and guests of Pittsburgh. And,
thank you.
And Pam, don't you think about retiring. Only one Vogel.
A little behind there,
Okay.
Mayor, thank you.
Whereas Gregory P. Vogel, a lieutenant and emergency medical coordinator with the Pittsburgh Bureau of Fire, has served the residents of Pittsburgh as a firefighter since July 24th, 2000, and now, after 2 decades of service, intends to retire next month. And whereas Lieutenant Vogel came to Pittsburgh's Fire Bureau following 8 years in the Marine Reserves and 20 years with UPMC, in which he worked in numerous capacities to include cook, cardiac monitor technician, referral communications coordinator, while also serving as a volunteer firefighter and paramedic. And whereas Lieutenant Vogel served 6 years in the field, all at Station 24 in the South Side, before moving to the Fire Academy, where as lead instructor, he helped educate, instruct, and mentor 15 classes. And whereas Lieutenant Vogel coordinated and delivered all EMS training for new recruits and is known to regularly stay after hours and work with anyone seeking extra help to ensure that all Pittsburgh firefighters can not only battle blazes, but also render crucial life-saving aid. And whereas Lieutenant Vogel is known as a meticulous instructor with an eye for detail and a nurturing leader who is quick to praise good work in others, but even quicker to deflect attention from his own accomplishments. And whereas he is described by all who know him as a deeply loving family man who would do anything for his wife Pam, brothers Dan and Jeff, mother-in-law Teresa, and others who have since passed. And whereas he will be greatly missed by his fellow firefighters, many of whom were greatly aided in their professional journeys by his leadership and tutelage. Now therefore be it resolved that I, William Peduto, Mayor of Pittsburgh, do thank Lieutenant Gregory P. Vogel for his years of dedication and service to the people of Pittsburgh, awarding him the Mayor Sophie Masloff Employee of the Month Award for January 2020. Furthermore declaring Friday, January 31st, 2020, Lieutenant Gregory P. Vogel Day here in our most livable city of Pittsburgh. Congratulations and thank you, Lieutenant. And you get to say a few words too.
Oh. Well, thank you very much. I had a lot of good people that as instructors throughout my career, and I learned from them. You know, I think of John Purnell, who he motivated me to become an instructor, and I had a lot of good help along the way, adjunct instructors, and those people, we couldn't train our guys without help from others. So thank you very much. It's an honor.
Thank you.